People are reacting to Star Wars Kenobi 101 to 102. I just uploaded my 1 hour video reaction when I was watching it last night. Now let's go see what everybody else thinks. Okay.
Alright, let's see who's reacting. RTTV? Who are they? Disney Music. Regal. Who's that? Immersive. Awesome. I've seen him before. Good morning. RCN. Star Wars Flash. I think I know him. I'll go look at that. Tyron. Magnus. Seen him. Dirty Tommy. Don't know. Don't think I want to watch that one. Real Rejects. That one looks interesting. Canoldo Mando. Don't know. Vito. Not interested. Bombastic Clips. Comic Plus. This one looks interesting and new. Syrian Flash. This one I've not seen before. Looks interesting. So I might want to look at this one for a second. Camera. SGAG. We pilot now. La Botella. Maybe. Get Jabby. Kinda interesting. Maybe not enough. Petitos in Hot. Star Wars Theory. Breakdown. That one's probably good, as usual. A Game of Fantasy. This one, I don't know. Don't know what I think about that one. Star Wars Bases. That one. What do I think about this? This one looks interesting, but not in English. Bombastic. That Star Wars girl, I will watch it. Real Rejects, I don't know. Wait, I think I already saw this one. Maybe not. What am I thinking? Louis Julie. I've not seen her before. I'll give her a try. Tiago. Late to the party. Beyond the trailer. Okay. Okay, I'll watch you. She did talk about Elvis's stick. Okay. Last Dozy Geek. Heavier spoiler. Clapman. Who's Clapman? Nikki and Steven. What do they think? Maybe I should watch every single one. At least for a few seconds to get everybody's feel on it. Larry. Piano Cinema. Another Star Wars video. Star Wars 3. Watch party. Okay. Marie. Fred the Jedi. Hello, Fred. Heels, baby face. Okay, as I'm not subscribed to you yet for some reason. Thor. Okay. Think I will go look at some of these. See what I think. Start off with RTTV. What do you guys have to say? RTTV. Do you have a website or something? We got Instagram, we got Twitter. That's good. Let's start. What do you guys think?
Wife, but they were separated, and we know Princess Leia went with the commander, and then Luke ended up going with his family. And
Was it Owen?
Yeah, you guys know about Star Wars?
That's messed up.
Yeah, pretty sad. It is messed up. Kenobi working in a meat factory with a bunch of other kids, and they were not being treated so well. Boring. Let's continue. Oh no, guy being hung was a Jedi guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, alright. I don't know how much of it you can actually show on YouTube. So I decided only to show screenshots, but they're showing
Be like the third or fourth
bits and
thing you would usually
bits and pieces.
see the protagonist switch up and be like, you know, I have to save anybody, but he watched a Jedi get murdered. He watched him pull up on everybody and be like, yo, fight the Jedi. He watched somebody's head get cut off, and he was still like, nope, I'm not gonna do it, nope. Until Organa pulled up on him and was like, yo, really, I really need you to save my daughter. You have to understand.
Yeah, something like that. That did happen. It's a good point. Okay.
they like, say the one that was protecting. Remember that nigga that was protecting the kids?
Yeah.
It would have to be like that age. For what y'all saying, because the little kids is like, nah, they were just gonna slaughter them.
Yeah.
I don't know,
We've
but
seen
like,
we've
but
seen Anakin
Because
go in there
Anakin
and
was a
slaughter all the little
Anakin
kids.
was the only reason why they even got Anakin because he was an anomaly of what they were supposed to get Jedi at the age. He was the only one that they even did that with.
I don't
So
know,
the other ones were pure Jedi. That's why they were like, they rather just eliminate all the Jedis.
I
Like,
don't
they
know.
don't need.
I think
Anakin was
I
the
think
chosen,
we'll see.
right? Anakin was the chosen one. That's why-
I want to be right in
I
this
want you to be
situation
right now.
because, like, it's like I really want to know. I really want to.
I'm
Granted,
saying,
if I'm
I
wrong,
don't
if I'm
think
wrong,
it's
that's fine too. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it put
Y'all
it-
could be
it's
right.
Way, it's way more context. It's not just they were like let's just grab one of the kids because we sense anger.
No, I think
it's
there was
to
more
It's not
context
bad.
to
Like,
it.
that's
I think
what
that
I'm
there's more
saying.
context. I think that there's more context to it. I just don't know what, but I do think that she might have been one of those little kids. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. Of course he was. I talked about that. And other people talked about it too. That was a prediction. Maybe it was a leak.
Ever. I mean, if your last name is Skars, I might change my name to Skarsgård just because I feel like my acting.
Who are these people? Is this live right now? John Campea. Obi-Wan didn't live up to the hype. Let's go to the beginning of the video. See what is John Campea say. What up, John? Maybe I said change the text at the bottom of the screen. I used to watch John and the crew back in the day. Now, not so much.
He might be the fifth brother, but he's not the least among us.
Huh.
Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett. Robert, how you doing today, sir?
I'm well today, John. It's good to be back here. I can't believe how much we have to talk about on the show.
There's a lot.
We
to
were
go over
sitting here
today.
yesterday, and when we went off the air, there was just a deluge, like a tsunami of goodness.
Wait a minute.
Yes, and
Aren't,
the goodness continue for the rest of the day as
wait, Robert, aren't you on another channel right now? Right now? How did that happen? Or is that somebody else? Oh, that is somebody else. Yeah, I forgot. Chris Gore. Or whatever your first name is. Mr. Gore. That's a different guy. I forgot. Okay, this is a different person.
a matter of fact.
Yes, it did.
Speaking of goodness, that continues all day.
Let's skip
I know,
ahead.
and we know they wrapped on the thing. And of course, who doesn't have fond memories of Willow? Listen, I'm going to admit, I don't hold Willow, the original film, as high as a number of other people do. When the little people of
Willow brings back Star. I don't know about that. Don't know
I
about.
feel like it was the
Well, they
Or
actually
just Jason
are,
and
like in
Steve.
reality they are, so yeah.
Yes, in reality they are.
I don't know
First
about that.
image of Indiana Jones 5. They brought that up in the room there for everybody to take a look at, and there it is there. Which, I mean, look, Harrison Ford, well, happy 90th to John Williams. In very short period of time here, like days, weeks, we're going to be celebrating Harrison Ford's 80th.
Yeah. Interesting. Dun 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 dun. Okay, Star Wars. Talk about Star Wars, please. What do you guys think?
So it's not like he's doing a Michael J. Fox and running from the set of Family Ties.
Oh, they're talking about that actor that was in Kenobi from Back to the Future.
Another set of an MCU show and a Star Wars show that are actually overlapping with each other.
August 17th.
What's that?
August 17th.
It's August 17th. So we're going to have... so She-Hulk is still going to be running by the time Andor starts playing. That
Ant-Man? Okay. I think I've seen enough. Let's go back to what I was watching earlier. Film Threat.
No one talked about it. Definitely respond. A Jedi in hiding.
A Jedi in hiding. I called him Aladdin. And Aladdin somehow finds Kenobi and says, "Help me!" And Kenobi's like, "No." And then he goes to town the next day, and Aladdin is hanging, dead. They got him. They cut off somebody's hand. Kenobi still says no. And then Bail Organa came to his house, snuck in, and said, "You gotta help me." And eventually, he did. Kenobi went off to find Princess Leia and got her. Spoiler alert.
Die, and burn alive.
Yes. Darth Vader was burning to death.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that this was, what I've seen so far. If the rest of the series is like this, I think it's going to be pretty lame.
Yeah.
I don't really expect much. I think it's going to be frustrating, and it's going to do what a lot of the Disney Star Wars. This is what Disney Star Wars has done to Star Wars. It has destroyed Star Wars.
Yeah.
It has made it, in the words of as I was scrolling through Twitter and looking at the Obi-Wan reactions, Gary Beekler Nerdrotic came up and he called it Star Wars.
Star Wars. That's right, Neurotic. Star Wars, pretty cool. Not so much anymore. Let's go look at who else is reacting. Don't know. Midnight Edge? Are they reacting?
Serious, sort of play something, whether it's a...
Huh. What is that? What are you guys talking about? Midnight Edge.
They're just not writing the character. They're not writing a younger version of that character. They're writing a younger version of the actor who played that character. Actually, that's
Pretty
what I
much,
noticed.
yes.
Are they talking about Star Wars? They might as well be. I wouldn't know the difference. Can Marvel or Lucasfilm get away from Disney? No idea. I would imagine it's probably not going to happen.
In effect, and you can see it in a lot of the television shows that we have contention with.
Sitcoms too. Well, sitcoms. I mean, sitcoms is my area of expertise and love, and in sitcoms,
That's why I brought it up.
yeah, sitcoms. I'm going to do a whole show on this, but you've got in drama, the dialogue either has to advance character or advance plot or both. If
Or be
you're
funny.
reading, well, comedy is 3. So in comedy, it's advance plot, advance character, make a joke. Hopefully all 3. So when I'm writing, I am desperate to try to make every single line all 3. I'll accept 2.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next video. Star Wars Flash.
Gleich 2 Folgen sind ja wie angekündigt released worden und ich bin mir sicher, viele...
Oh, this is not in English. Oh, man. Okay, so you looked at Kenobi a little bit, I imagine. That's good. Next video. Syrian Flash. What do you got to say?
Endlich ist es soweit. Ben.
Oh, is this not in English either? Oh, man.
Gegraben, ne? Aber ja, das...
Okay. Moving on. Star Wars Theory. Okay. Star Wars Theory. Hello.
Ghost once again at some point in Kenobi. Now
Probably, he said, they're probably going to see Qui-Gon Jinn. We're probably going to see him in Kenobi. Probably.
protect him and sniff him out like a dog.
Don't know about that. Maybe.
One is really just using Luke in order to push him into whatever he wants him to do, which is to be a Jedi. And her parents scold her a bit, and she runs to the.
Okay, a little bit of a summary of the first 2 episodes and some references.
He tells Wedge Antilles that the droids are in his care to now clean them. So I know a lot of people thought that maybe he's giving them to Wedge, but I think he was just saying they're in your care to clean them and wipe the protocol droid's mind. So C-3PO's mind has been wiped, however R2-D2's has not. Now as to where R2 is, well, no one knows at this point, but he's probably with them too.
Probably. Hard to say.
As he boards the ship, his beautiful Jedi lightsaber is seen hanging from his belt.
What's this?
My father in the Clone Wars. I just feel like now she would be telling Obi-Wan, hey, you helped me 10 years ago from those nappers and from the Inquisitor.
Yeah. In A New Hope. She says, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. And she could have said all those other things. But at this point, we're retconning, adding stuff to it that wasn't there. So obviously, George Lucas didn't know all of this was going to happen. He didn't have everything written down. He changed his mind over the years. You know, as any storyteller would. You have a general outline, but the details are not always there. And even if it is, you can change it, which is normal.
Different kind of salad because I didn't have as much lettuce because I didn't go back outside.
That Star Wars girl Anna. Title of her video is Obi-Wan Kenobi Review, first 2 episodes, bait and switch in full force. I agree. Probably. Not for children.
What's up, all my Ewoks, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also that Star Wars girl, and I apologize for my voice. I have chronic tonsillitis. And
Scary.
in reality, Vader has been running the galaxy alongside Darth Sidious, the Emperor, for the past decade.
Yeah. Vader is second command. And how do you keep a secret like that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader? How many people know that? Does Kenobi live under a rock not to know it? And then they tell him, and he's like, oh my god, I found out. He finds out, and then Vader starts to sense his presence. Don't know how I feel about that.
A.K.A. Darth Vader decides maybe he wants to come visit his mother's grave on Tatooine, where Luke is with his, uncle Owen, then that could be a fucking problem. So yes, Obi-Wan would know that Darth Vader is alive and running the freaking show with Darth Sidious, the Emperor.
Assuming if Darth Vader was going to Tatooine every once in a while to visit his mom's grave. Don't know. What is canon? Is the question. What actually happened? But I would imagine eventually Kenobi would realize he would feel something in the Force that says, "Your Padme still alive. Anakin's still alive." And you are watching Luis Julie.
Hey guys, it's Louise here and welcome back to my channel. So I'm currently at Comic-Con. I'm in my hotel room, so that's why the audio quality is different.
Okay.
Okay, so as I currently only have one monitor,
Oh.
lightsaber skills, let's
Okay.
She's reckless. I like that in a woman.
You do, huh? Okay.
Oh, well, why would you speak up? Oh, shit. Oh.
No, that's okay.
Aw, that's so wholesome. Oh, she's planning something. Yeah, off she goes, of course. Ah, she said them. I see.
You're happy about that? Why isn't that Darth Vader, you know? You think Vader's not good enough to figure out how to get Leia? How is he able to do it? And Darth Vader wasn't? You happy about that? Really? Louise Julie.
See more of her. I'm excited to see her backstory and see.
Backstory of Leia.
So, the next episode will be up at some point in the next couple of days.
Oh, you didn't see episode 2? I did. Okay. Okay, how about this one? Kristen Harloff. What do you guys think?
What's going on, everybody? We're here for our celebration. This is a city council again.
Oh, quality's not so good.
Planet, yeah. But we know that. Right, it's somebody else, and this is where my bet came in. Because the second the guy they walk in and they go, "We're looking for Jedi," I turn to Mike and I go,
You're like this. You're like,
dude.
Okay.
Okay, episode 2 of Kenobi. So normally, if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I'll do a lot of the pictures.
Okay.
I don't think that's the case, especially with Dave Filoni, obviously. Staff. I do think, though, I'll be honest, that one of the things I don't like about this episode is that with the Grand Inquisitor, when he shows up in Rebels, he's terrifying. He seems to get outsmarted or not, like, she's not listening to him. She stabs him, and he's just not, he's not as scary as he was in the first one now, and I think they diminished him a little bit because of it. Just
True, and I don't know, how was he in Rebels? I remember watching Rebels, and isn't Rebels 5 years after this? If so, did he recover from that injury?
But again, I don't know what happens in the next episodes, so I can't say yet. He was doing the family right and made sure that they were safe, and he also felt like his morals were questioned by the Jedi, and he went to help the Jedi out. I like that. I thought that worked out really well. The stuff with Leia, the little girl, I'm just loving in this series so far, and I love that they never promoted her. I love that she just kind of shows up and she's just stealing the episodes because I believe that she's Leia. It does.
I thought she was pretty good.
Morrison, which is also very possible, but I, from the outfit, got that it was Rex, that he'd aged and been there, but
I was thinking the same thing. Kenobi ran ran into a guy who had a helmet, like a clone trooper helmet. It looked like it could have been Rex.
3, 4, 5, and 6. I think Vader's going to start to show up maybe a little bit more in 3. I think 4 and 5 he'll be kind of heavily featured, and then we'll see what happens in 6. But
yeah, not a lot's gonna happen. I mean, I can't imagine based on the previews, except that there's some kind of confrontation, some kind of interaction between Vader and Kenobi. But what happens exactly, I can't say. I mean, I would imagine Kenobi has to get away, obviously. But how do they do it is a good question. I don't know. Okay, beyond the trailer, what do you say?
So, even though it borrows some of Dave Filoni's toys, Filoni and his partner in Star Wars, Jon Favreau, aren't at all involved in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, man. Oh, are those your reactions to the prequels? Huh.
To be cyclical, for good or for better or for worse. We'll talk about that. But I think that Leia uses doubles just like her mother before her. And how is that genetic? I mean, that's so funny. It's like, the gene of impersonation and body doubles. But yes, somehow she got the idea to do that. I like that, I think it's, some people pointed out during the watch along, Leia gets kidnapped as a child, so she's used to it by the time she's an adult, which is why she's so unfazed in A New Hope when Darth Vader kidnaps her. She's like, whatever, man, I've done this dance so many times before. And she's...
That is funny. Probably true.
Shit done. She's as cold, calculating, and ambitious as male characters.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I thought it was odd, though, that Reva didn't kill him. She read his mind, which was cool, but it seemed out of character for her, so that makes me think there is maybe still some good in her.
I don't know about that.
Child's not easy. You got to put the time in. You get in what you get. Just like she tells her daughter, you get out of it what you put in to being a royal person. It's like that villain who's like, I must do, like, just like the Jedi can't help themselves, it seems the Inquisitors can't help themselves in letting the Jedi escape. It's just so ridiculous. The pacing also is very bad on the show. Very bad. Way too slow in some points and yet rushed in others. So that the story doesn't get to breathe and feel organic, and then there's not enough action either. It's like crazy. I mean, it's always a problem when your lead character doesn't want to fight. John Wick didn't want to fight, but they talked him into it pretty quick. I mean, we're 2 episodes in of 6 episodes, and Obi-Wan is still a pacifist. It's like, come on, Obi. I mean, it's the same problem we have with all these Star Wars shows, is that we know it's a limited amount of running time, and we're like, let's pick up the pace already.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, heels versus Babyface. Subscribe. Okay. Sorry, I haven't subscribed to you until now. Don't know why. Just never took the time to go. There. Here. Alright. What do you got? Whoa.
Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface, joined again by the wonderful Jane Theory. How you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing terrible.
Terrible?
Hot off the heels of us doing our Naomi thoughts, should we call them? Because it's hardly a review. I mean, good gracious me, it's more like a teardown. We decided to do Kenobi together.
Alright, okay.
It's actually pretty good. I felt like the town was genuinely in absolute fear of these Inquisitors. Black woman.
That's it.
With no Sith eyes.
No intellect.
Even though she's the most evil
Yeah,
of them all.
true.
Supposed to be. But she
Yeah.
comes across as silly and
So
childish.
why isn't the hatred? The hatred is what manifests the eyes.
She doesn't. I don't know.
That's all she's got is hatred in this. But
They're not
no.
gonna explain. Does she?
Well, she cut the fucking woman's hands off.
Yeah, true. So it's kind of like she has ghetto hate because she's from the ghetto, so to speak. That's what I got out of it. And so she's like, yeah, we gotta do this now, down in the hood. That's my impression of her.
And then skimming a little bit off for his animal.
Yeah.
Yep, Kenobi working at a meat factory, bringing home food for his dog, his horse, his camel, whatever it is.
I was fuming.
This is so insane.
Obi-Wan. They didn't give Obi-Wan anything. He's just a miserable
Meat worker.
They gave they made Uncle Owen more heroic than him when he
Yeah.
was confronted with the
Hmm.
Don't say woman!
Yeah.
Absolutely. With a saber to his throat.
With a saber to his throat.
He did not budge. He did not move.
Wow.
No.
He didn't break.
Did not break, even when she said, I will kill him. I will kill his family if people don't tell me where the Jedi are.
Oh.
He did not budge.
And that would have been better. I was expecting Kenobi to stand up and say, okay, take me. You got me. That would have made more sense. But instead, you got Bail Organa finding him and begging him to go save his daughter. I don't know if Organa was supposed to know where he lived. I mean, did he seriously tell Organa where his secret hiding spot was gonna be? Or does Organa have some kind of secret way of tracking people? And if that's true, then why can't other people do it? Like Darth Vader. If Bail Organa can find Kenobi, you don't think Anakin couldn't do that too? But a black lady can? You know? It's like, why is he so much better than Darth Vader? And they're both black on the outside.
Ow! What happened to Obi-Wan?
I can't.
So he takes them away from the kidnappers. By the way, you might be thinking, God, they're already on to episode 2. Yeah, it's really boring.
Nothing happens.
There's a lot of nothing happening.
Mm-hmm. True.
Just a lot of mopey Obi-Wan.
A lot of walking.
A lot of Vista shots, Whammon shouting, people shouting at Whammon,
And a child being obnoxious.
and a child being who was cute, could be cute, just ending up being massively obnoxious. I was like, but as soon as they did the whole Leia thing, I'm just like, oh my God, you know what this is, don't you, Jane?
What?
This is their fucking Baby Yoda.
Oh my God.
It is.
It is.
Baby Leia.
A cute little face.
Oh.
They gotta get
She's a better
something.
person, no. I'm tired of this kid already.
I hope she gets killed.
It's okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, not okay.
So he tries to, like, there's just a lot of backstreet walking and nothing really happening, and then
It's a lot of him throwing his cape over himself and then back
yeah,
off.
then taking it off again.
Mm.
They're looking for me. Puts cape up. Next scene, cape's down.
Yeah. Silly.
And I was thinking, why is your cape down, Obi-Wan? You know that they're looking for you.
In the middle of the street.
Right. True.
Dipshit.
Yeah. Like, in the prequels, you don't see that. Including Darth Maul, he would have a cape over his head. He would keep it up. It's like, you're walking around as a Jedi for thousands of years, thousands of generations, they wear these robes and they cover themselves up. Even when they were not in hiding, Jedi would wear robes and they would cover themselves up. So now that they are in hiding, they should especially wear even more robes. Put on 10 robes. What are you waiting for?
He shot it by 3 people from 3 different angles.
While bestest black woman Inquisitor of color is bouncing across the rooftop saying, I'm gonna get you, Obi-Wan.
Literally bouncing.
It was almost like a cartoon. And there was no reason for her to do all that stuff. I mean, it looked kind of cool for her to do the flips and the bouncing and the bouncing off the walls like she's Nintendo's Mario and or Sonic. And so she's bouncing around, and then they get away in a spaceship, and she doesn't hop on. She could have hopped on. She does all this bouncing around, but can't even hop on a spaceship that's like 10 feet away. And when you see the Jedi in episode 1 of Star Wars, Phantom Menace, you see people like Kenobi, they're jumping off high buildings or jumping up. And she could have just jumped off the building. You know, some people can do that even without the Force. And instead, she's like bouncing off the walls and stuff just to get to the ground. And it's not necessary. And it looks kind of cool. It looks like Prince of Persia. But that's more something you do if you are just a person. If you got the Force, you don't have to do all that stuff. You can just jump off and softly land or something. You can figure it out. You got super strength. I mean, not Superman strength, but you're a little bit stronger, a little bit faster. As long as you're using the Force, you can do stuff like that.
Anymore after this. I don't know. I'm so angry. I'm so fucking annoyed.
Yeah, me too.
So it's law breaking, canon breaking, character breaking. The scripts are terrible.
True.
So yeah, so it's just a pathetic way to try and shield from criticism on what wasn't very good.
Well, they knew she was going to be a trash character.
Well,
and so they had to, or they didn't have a choice.
It's
but
it's
a ghetto trailer. What did I say? Ghetto character.
It was not amazing. It's just a terrible white supremacist blah blah. Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
True. Let's go to the next video. Thor. What do you got to say, Thor Skywalker?
Now, just a little warning before we begin.
Spoiler, yes, I know.
Did I just straight up kind of enjoy it for what it is? Yeah, for the most part.
Me too.
We kind of just skipped to the end of the second episode.
Could it be something to the effect of the Emperor tasked her with finding Kenobi, and she's trying to impress him,
I
not
don't know
Vader?
about that. She seems like she's very much in the Camp Vader here.
Well,
Yeah, she's in some kind of Vader cult. Here he is, the Inquisitor in Rebels.
Yes, it could be a different Inquisitor, which would answer some questions about why one has a slightly rounder head than the other one.
It seems so bizarre that they got 2 of the same species as Grand Inquisitors.
It would, unless they're somehow twins or something. I don't know. They were Temple Guards together. I don't know. Maybe it's a very epic story. We'll learn more about in a comic book or a novel.
Okay. Talk about Leia.
Planet, which we already knew was going to happen. The way they did it, with, Bail literally coming to Tatooine.
Seeing as Kenobi already said no, he wasn't
Yeah,
going to leave.
but that kind of goes, is Kenobi a little too broken in this? Is he a little too, not even using the Force? He buried his lightsaber. Is this?
He's even taking sass from Owen. I mean, he seems to be pretty broken.
Well, yeah, but I mean, is this too much? Is this? I mean,
I
he's
don't
not
think
even.
so.
He's not even. It's kind of strange because he's living in a cave at this point, right? He's
Right,
not
but
even
he
having
feels
his little.
the crushing guilt that.
Yeah, we can clearly see. I mean, I do like the kind of comparison to Padme
Mhm.
that Kenobi makes at one point. I mean, this does kind of seem like a young Padme.
Yeah. Kenobi said to Leia, "You remind me of someone." He was talking about Padme. For a second, I thought he was talking about her father, Darth Vader. But then I realized, oh no, that's Padme. It was a good callback, good comparison. So it could be compared to both because they were similar in some ways, Darth Vader and Padme.
Though speaking of that, I mean, you know, on Tatooine, it seems like everybody knew who the Inquisitors were. Everybody knows about the Jedi. To me, that makes me wonder how Luke never hears about it.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's another plot hole. He would have known about it.
Just assumed Great Dragon, because what else would be there? I mean, maybe there are other giant. There's always a bigger fish,
What do you
right?
think the great dragons eat?
Oh, maybe. But no, we did get the mention of Qui-Gon. He does, at one point early, try to speak to Qui-Gon, which leads me to believe this will end with him finally connecting with Qui-Gon. One Kenobi, you kind of watch and you hope her message is, you know, General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars, now he begs. You know, it's a very formal, like, I don't know this person. And so they may have solved that problem by simply calling him Ben.
Exactly.
So...
I mean, she hasn't even heard his last name yet, as we know.
But somebody did say Obi-Wan near the end of episode 2. He's like, I'll hold you back. I'll hold them back, Obi-Wan. So I would imagine Leia heard that.
You know?
I don't think she will
He's just
either.
Ben,
He's
this
just
guy who helped
Ben
me.
the Jedi, yeah.
Ben the Jedi.
I've been the Jedi.
Oh, another Easter egg that I saw right away. During the party scene on Alderaan, 3PO was there. You could see his silver leg in the background.
The silver leg.
Who's this?
Might have been just my favorite little, you know, kind
I was
of
waiting for him
Easter
to like catch a
eggish
sight
moment.
of the lightsaber and be like, "Must kill Jedi."
Good soldiers follow orders.
So yes, exactly.
I was waiting for him to call him General after he saw it.
General.
It looked like he had blue trim on his armor, maybe an X501st, because he was still like wearing the clone armor. I don't know. I didn't really get a, you know, good look at it, but may have recognized General Kenobi, which was cool. It's just cool because it's always like, well, where did they all go? Well, some of them apparently are begging on the streets, which is a horrible fate for them. And we kind of see them in Bad Batch get replaced and being called Lord Vader. Maybe she was literally like hiding behind the scenes when, because as we see in episode 3, at one point, you know, Anakin, you know, contacts Palpatine, you know, calls him Lord Vader. She may have literally been hiding behind the.
She may have somehow seen him in his back to tanky thing too, and been like.
They're talking about the Black Lady, and how does he know Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker? I don't know. Or did everybody know, except for Kenobi? Let's see. I think I do want to go look at Film Threat again.
Black and white rough assembly of Star Wars, which is nearly 3 hours long, the first one, and it feels very much in tone like the prequels. And a lot of things you're looking at, like Marshall Lucas cutting frames off just to like kill bad jokes that George wanted to put into the very first Star Wars. The sound of one man laughing. I was so busy watching Alan's friend on Nerdrotic from Wednesday, I forgot to get in here with you guys. Oh, there you go. Alan's friend on Nerdrotic from Wednesday. Say that they're not female fans, but just like it has, there's more of a male energy to that show. Dave T. Geek, one of the biggest challenges of writing Star Wars is parsing what citizens of Star Wars would know about the events of the movies versus what we know. Writers forget Star Wars has old school communication. Yeah. And the other.
Yeah. I think so. All right. Carbonite. Huh. Do I want to watch that? Hey, what about my video? Why is my video not here? Obi-Wan Kenobi. World of Geekdom. Okay, I'll look at that. Star Wars coffee. Sups. Tropical Joe. Wasp Party. Okay. You got, wow. 4,000 people watching your Wasp Party. Zach Pope, who are you? Oh no. Somebody's trying to talk to me on Discord. Let's see. Or maybe it's not related to me. Not everything's about me. Okay. Fowl the Fowl? What is it? Looks like a cartoon. A video game. Like Minecraft. Star Wars. Deborah Chow discussing Kenobi. Oh. Okay. You got that many people showing up. Oh man. And that's it? Where's my video? Why's my video? My video's not on here. Okay, let's go back to... Let's go to this one. World of Geekdom. What do you got to say?
So tonight, Disney Plus premiered the first look at decent story. Even though I understand why they did it, I also feel like maybe... I don't know. I can't sit here and say it was unnecessary because not everyone wants to go back and watch those movies again. I mean, each really revolves around Reva, otherwise job in this role, and she definitely does have that Carrie Fisher spirit. You know, I don't know how they're gonna have it make sense. I don't know how they're gonna be able to. I mean, I guess the fight will maybe explain it. Maybe it will be okay, but
probably not. You know, how do you explain away Vader and Kenobi? Did they fight each other? Did they see each other between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope? 19 years between the two movies. Did they see each other? It seems like they didn't. It's kind of hard to say, I mean, because Vader's like, oh, the last time I saw you, I was but a learner, but now I'm a master. He became a master, technically speaking. According to how the prequels were made, it's almost like in Revenge of the Sith, Anakin was feeling like he should be a master. And so in some ways, he was already a master. And therefore, even that retcons what he says in A New Hope. When he says, now I'm a master. Because it's like, it's not like he wasn't already a master. In the Clone Wars, that was like Master Training 101. If you're fighting in a war, you're gonna jump ahead in skill level because you're dealing with a lot of stuff. And so it's like, perhaps he was a master because he was being put on the Jedi Council, but wasn't given the rank of master in Revenge of the Sith. So what are you gonna do? It's already retconned. After they made Revenge of the Sith, it was already retconned because of that. So now it's a matter of how retcon is it gonna be.
you know, he's powerful, but he's also in constant suffering. That's the story of Anakin. He's in.
And story of Kenobi. Overlord DVD. Here is a good summary from Doomcock.
Leia has been kidnapped, so Kenobi has to go off-world to save her. But alas for Kenobi, the kidnapping of Leia is a trap by Reva!
The bestest ever. This is basically all you need to know about the first 2 episodes. Kenobi's out there. And she created a trap. And he fell for it. And she was able to capture Kenobi. Almost. And then he got away.
The bestest Inquisitor ever!
That's right.
Her boss, the Grand Inquisitor, and his brother Inquisitor chide Reva for being obsessed with Kenobi, but she hates his Kenobi with a red-hot rage that very quickly becomes laughable to the point where it's embarrassing, frankly. And that's basically all you need to know about the plot. We won't go into much more detail than that, except to point out a few individual moments to illustrate the points I want to make in this review.
That's right. That's right. What else can I say? What else can you say? What else can anybody say?
And overall, I'd say that, annoyances aside, this is close to being a good show and some of the best Star Wars that Disney has produced, and I didn't suffer watching it, except whenever I'd see Reva on the screen. The worst.
No, it's the Wicked Wish. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm melting. Doomcock says the most terrible thing about Reva is that she only has one note. I agree. Reva is like angry all the time, and when she's not angry, she's angry. Oh my God, Reva, the bestest ever. Saying re. Does that mean SJW people are saying re when they're taking a shower, when they're getting up in the morning all the time? Everything they're doing. Oh, it's in Ray and Ree. Reva and Ray sitting in a tree. Even they thought Reva was messed up. You messed up. A villain needs to be enjoyable to watch. Like Darth Vader. But enjoyed it. Wasn't annoying like Reva. And we're back. I had OBS on pause for an hour or 2. I'm still recording. Were there any interruptions in the recording? I had my computer in hibernation. It was sleeping. So is it still recording? I think so. She jumped. She didn't jump. She should have jumped. I don't know if I was recording. Looks like I wasn't recording. I was talking, and then it wasn't recording. What's going on here? I don't know. But he was just talking about how she let Kenobi go and didn't jump. I'll get you and your little doggy too, he said. Yeah, she should have said that. Might as well. Like in the Clone Wars, you see people jumping, or you see Revenge of the Sith, Anakin jumping in space from one spaceship to another. It's like, you can do it. They do it. The Sith do it. Jedi do it. Darth Maul did it. It's easy. Just jump. Even old Doc Brown sort of did it. In Back to the Future 3, hopping onto a train. Marty McFly did it. I mean, not to the same level, but it's like Michael Jordan's like, jump, you know? You spent how many years? 10 years trying to find Kenobi, and you just let him go, and you're not gonna jump? You're not gonna use the Force to bring it back? Use the Force. You don't even have to jump. Just use the Force, the freaking Force. So Kenobi looked a little scared around Riva. And he didn't look scared around Mr. General Grievous, standing there right in front of Mr. Grievous. And he had like 10 lightsabers going after him. And he just stood there. It's like that doesn't actually go away. I mean, you could say, well, he was really depressed, so he was in a different state, and that he went downhill for a little while between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. It's possible that he wasn't totally himself, but to what extent is the question. You know, like, if Kenobi was feeling a little guilty for leaving Luke Skywalker, I can get it, but feeling scared is something he doesn't do. As a character, as a whole, I don't care how depressed Kenobi might be at this moment in his life. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't be afraid. Even if you're sad, you're not afraid. Even if you're not feeling good, you're feeling depressed, you shouldn't be afraid. You can still have confidence, even if you're sad, or whatever. And so, I would imagine Kenobi would be sad, but not necessarily afraid. You could see that in A New Hope. He was probably a little sad, but he was never afraid, no matter what he was doing. He was maybe a little cold. Maybe that's not the right word. He was a little, sad maybe. But he was serious, and he was calculating, all the time. Deciding what to do, and he was thinking about it and doing it as a old hermit. So, this is the Riva and Leia show? Yeah, that's right, Harvey. And Obi-Wan Kenobi? Yeah, that's right, Harvey. So if you can stomach the one-note wonder of Riva and the little kid who's not a pod racing Anakin and a little bit of Kenobi, then you could probably handle Kenobi, a show where Kenobi is mostly in the background. And I agree to an extent. I mean, I kind of see the focus is sort of on Kenobi, but they spend a lot of time on other stuff. And when they do focus on Kenobi, it's for a little while, and it's usually done at a very slow pace, and not a lot of stuff is happening most of the time. Therefore, it's very poorly executed, and probably on purpose too, which is even worse, because they had plenty of time to get it right, and they only made it worse by focusing so much on all these other things, which is kind of what they did in the prequels originally, which is okay if you want to talk about a lot of things and tell a lot of stories, but it's like you don't have time to really tell a really good story if you're gonna try to tell 10 stories at the same time with 3 movies in the prequels. And that was a problem George Lucas had. He meant well, and the movies are great, but it was trying to tell a lot of stories all at the same time, and therefore sacrificed on telling the story of Anakin and how he fell to the dark side to become Darth Vader. And they kind of put that in at the end of the 3rd movie, Revenge of the Sith. And it's the same thing here. There is a story for Kenobi, but if you spend too much time trying to talk about the other stuff, then it becomes a Kenobi story that is not about Kenobi. Just like all the other shows Disney's been putting out. So, what's gonna happen? Well, it depends on how much of Darth Vader we see in the remaining 4 episodes of Season 1. Will there be a Season 2? I don't know. Maybe not. That's too bad. But it's like, what are we gonna see? Are we gonna see a lot of Vader? And are they gonna give Kenobi his balls back? That's what Doomcock was talking about here. And I agree. From the center of the earth, Richard Doomcock, bidding you a hearty gold, silver, what does he say? I forget already. That Star Wars girl, Anna, is talking about how Darth Vader would probably know that Kenobi was on Tatooine. If he's, going there, to visit his mom's cemetery. I don't know what the canon is, because I didn't read a lot of the books, or the comics. But, if that's canon, and he's going there every once in a while, why would he feel Kenobi's presence? Yeah.
But now that I've talked about that, let's talk about another thing. There is no rhyme or reason why Reva should know that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader.
I think I agree. I can't see any reason why Reva would know. If they could somehow explain it away in a book or something, that'd be kind of cool for me as a nerd. But for the most part, I don't get it. Therefore, it doesn't translate well on screen. Therefore, not a good thing to do when you're trying to tell a story on screen. There's always a difference between telling a story on the screen and telling a story in a book. And a lot of people will say, oh, but it's in a book. They explain in a book, but I don't have time to read the book. Not to say that I wouldn't, but it's like, you gotta find a way to tell the story on the screen so that you don't have to, require everybody to read all the books and all the comics in order to understand what's going on. So therefore, I don't think she knew or should have known. If she knew, it's like, why would she know? You gotta tell me that too. Why does she know? No idea. Yeah, Anna's right. It would be for only people that needed to know. Same thing with like the identity of Palpatine. Not a lot of people really knew, or the identity of his master, Plays. How do I say his name? And it's just like these people, they have their secret identities, kind of like a superhero. Except they're not superheroes. It's the same kind of thing. That's right. She steps out of line to find Kenobi. How does he know? How does Reva know how to find him? How does he know how to find Leia? Who knew that, that Leia and Luke existed? I would imagine not a lot of people knew. Just like not a lot of people should have known about Anakin becoming Darth Vader. Just like not a lot of people knew who Palpatine was before he was Palpatine, the Emperor. How many people knew about that? How many people knew who his master was and what his other name was before, he went by his Sith name, Plagueis?
Because they don't understand the way that Darth Vader runs the chain of command. Because they don't understand the way that Darth Vader runs the chain of command.
That's right.
If he had a subordinate that was not following his orders or doesn't follow them to the way that he wants, what happens?
He kills them, like you see in A New Hope. And that was a good example. And my take was that he wasn't as ruthless in A New Hope as he was before. And that he went soft over the years, which could be okay in some ways because eventually he is redeemed by his son Luke in Return of the Jedi. So there was still some good in him. And so it makes sense that he would change his character arc over the years. And so there's 19 years between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. So this is 10 years in. He would probably be even more ruthless. And possibly it could be his peak. I don't know what his peak would be exactly, depending on how you want to write it. The storyline of what Darth Vader was doing for 19 years between those two movies. But nevertheless, I would imagine he would be ruthless more so than he was in A New Hope. Therefore, whatever you see in A New Hope, you have to imagine he was even worse before that. And then you kind of see him as pretty ruthless in Rogue One, which takes place like a few minutes before. Like that last part, that last scene where he's trying to get the Death Star plans from the rebels and he's slicing people up into pieces. He was pretty ruthless. Is that believable? Is it canon? I don't know. But I mean, obviously people enjoyed it. But it was only a few minutes before he meets Leia in A New Hope. So I don't know. But I would imagine he would probably get Reva a lot sooner. And maybe he will later on. Slice her up. You know, eventually he'll probably find out. I heard a rumor that he's gonna have an opportunity to kill Kenobi, and then maybe he won't, and then Vader will say, "Off with your head," and kill her. Oh, that's right. Vader chokes them with the Force, kills people who aren't following directions. There was only like one guy that could stop it, and there was that one guy on the Death Star in A New Hope, and he was like, "Stop it, Vader." And for some reason he listened because he had a lot of power, I guess, and was really close to the Emperor in some ways.
For whatever stupid reason, they make him not kill her, and instead she kills him because she's close to getting Kenobi.
Yeah, because he's the bestest ever. It's crazy. Yeah. I agree. I don't know, it's stupid. It's believable in some ways, but mostly not believable in other ways. Yeah, it looks like he dies twice. He dies in the cartoon Rebels, and then he dies in this show, Kenobi. Unless if it's a different Inquisitor or whatever. Maybe he comes back to life. Maybe he's not totally dead like Darth Maul. I don't know. But if he is dead, and it's the same guy, and he shows up 5 years later in Rebels, yeah, that's messed up.
Luke to go and rescue Leia because Leia gets kidnapped. For whatever reason, there's no planetary security on Alderaan.
Yeah. That's insane. That's probably the biggest plot hole so far in Kenobi. Like, unless if those guys, those bounty hunters or whatever, are really, really good at sneaking onto planets. Outside of that, it's pretty stupid. I mean, I don't know how good you can make it to stop people from getting onto a planet, or like you have like security around the planet, and you can try to stop ships from coming. Screen them. Perhaps, you know, it's possible that you could have some kind of clearance to board Alderaan, and you have a security code, and maybe you're pretending to be somebody else, like, oh, I'm the garbage man or something. I'm the plumber, and they let you come to the planet to do something because you have some kind of pass. You have some kind of passport. So it's possible. But at the same time, it does make you wonder, how hard would it be? How much security do they have? And how good were these bounty hunters? Were they good enough to bypass the security? And my first impression, my thought was probably they somehow figured it out, which is possible. But then how close to the house, to the castle can you get, is another question. Why not have some kind of force field that goes around, like a bubble, around Leia's house and forest? That would be very important to have. Yeah, they didn't have any guards in the forest for the princess? That's insane. I agree. All right, she didn't have a cell phone, she didn't have a tracker. Good point. Apparently, like, she should have. They didn't even have to tell her. They could just, like, stick something inside her brain, like they did in Made for Love. Yeah, there are a lot of questions. Like, does Reva know Leia is the daughter of Anakin? And if so, does he also know that he has a son too named Luke? And if so, then wouldn't that mean she knows they're Force sensitive? Being that they're the kids of the chosen one. So does that mean they're gonna go after the kids and try to turn them into Sith, Dark Jedi monsters? Ow, ow. She wants to save the world. I mean, she wants to be the bestest ever. She needs you, Obi-Wan. Oh, that's right. He should be the leader of the Rebel Alliance. I mean, he is. So therefore, he could just, like, call people up and be like, hey, go get Kenobi. Or go get Leia. Find Leia. Why just call Kenobi, who's supposed to be hiding, when you have a bunch of other people? Yeah, why didn't they just call up Ahsoka and say, hey, you're a girl, you want to go save another girl? Let's do it. Let's call it the Ahsoka Show. We can have a female villain, a female hero, and a female princess in distress who needs saving like a Mario game. Ahsoka, aka full grown. Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching Rebels and seeing that, and it was done pretty well when they introduced her character on Rebels. Yeah, so Bail Organa says to Kenobi, there's nobody I trust more than you to save Leia. I don't know. That might be true a little bit, but at this time, like Anna was saying, like, Ahsoka was going on missions, and so in some ways, I would imagine he was getting to know Ahsoka, and therefore he should be trusting Ahsoka more and more. at this time, and therefore, just call her up. Because, you know, she's already doing stuff. And she's undercover. And she's not stuck on a planet on a mission of protecting a boy. Therefore, this was pretty retarded. Oh, can I say retarded on YouTube? I don't know. Oh man, I would say they have some explaining to do. If they can explain it away and be like, well, Ahsoka was on a secret mission at the time, and so therefore I had to call Kenobi up. He was on my only hope because Ahsoka was busy doing some other stuff that was even more important. Girl power. Oh, look, it's Mega Random 42. What I like about this, about the intro, is it's the cat. I like that cat. Now the cat and the dog. Interesting combo here. Oh, this is live. Obi-Wan's bait in Swiss.
Now.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
After the Order 66.
Oh,
After the Republic
yeah.
has fallen.
Oh, we get a huge long backstory of
a-
previously
Yeah.
on, and they show you everything from the.
It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
They show you the best
You don't like the prequels?
led up to all this.
Well, are there any best bits of the prequels? Because
It's kind of good.
boring.
They're kind of good.
They're unwatchable to me.
They're
I don't-
kind
I
of
don't know
good.
about you, but I find the
I
prequels
like
to
that.
be
There's
kind of.
parts of the prequels, and Jeff was right when he said he said it recently. He said there's parts of the prequels that are good.
Depends on what kind of person you are. I'm a fan, but I'm a different kind of person. So it's like, depends on what kind of, really comes down to what kind of movie you want to watch. And it's like prequels it's not the same kind of movies as what you got with the original trilogy. It's almost like a different genre, but it's put together, and so it's like it looks the same, but it's not exactly the same because it's telling more in a shorter period of time. So the execution is off, and it's like George Lucas was like trying to tell 10 stories at the same time and going all over the place, like Flash Gordon kind of style. You know, he talks about that, but basically it's not passionate like Empire Strikes Back. It's just all over the place, so people don't like the prequels, and it's understandable. It has a story there. It has a bunch of stories, but it's really hard to watch if you're not already nerdy, if you're not already totally invested in it. Like it has to be really important to you. Otherwise, it's like, why am I gonna watch it? Kind of thing. Because it is pretty dry in how the story is told in the prequels. What? You don't like Natalie Portman? Yeah, they did show some of this in the cartoons, the Clone Wars, stuff like this, kind of like this, bits and pieces. This was like the first live action one, and it was pretty good, but it only lasted like 2 minutes. This is becoming another stupid protect the kids show. I agree. They're trying to find a Jedi on Tatooine because everything happens there. Yeah. You would imagine. You think. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the Middle East. You're right. Vader knew Kenobi was alive. And that's why he's sending Inquisitors out. That was always my thinking. I mean, I thought that's what they said. So in the show, when they're like, "Oh, what? You're alive? Oh, what? You're alive too?" Like, it's like that commercial. The M&Ms find Santa Claus and say, "You really do exist." Santa Claus is like, "You really do? Oh, you do. You exist too." It's like Kenobi. I don't know what Kenobi knew, but it's like Darth Vader knew. He knew Kenobi was not dead. As far as I know, I mean, why would he be dead? I mean, like, what? Who killed him? Who would kill him? Same thing with Yoda. It's like, who's gonna kill them? Same thing with Mace Windu, I would imagine. Bring him back. Justice for Mace freaking Windu and the purple lightsaber. Who dat? Oh, Mr. Powder. Mr. Powder? Mr. Powder. Kenobi works at a meat packing place. There's like a big dinosaur that they're cutting up. And he steals a little bit for his space camel. And this guy breaks into his man cave. Oh no, PTSD. The first episode is very slow. Trying to set up his low moment that, oh, Kenobi's sad. They spent a lot of time on that. Even though they only got like 6 episodes. Not enough time, not enough breathing room. So therefore, they're wasting that time trying to tell everybody what we already know. It's another broken hero story. I agree. Oh, Luke likes pod racing like his father. I'm gonna give him a toy. Get away from him. Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Hi, I'm Jedi Master Aladdin. Aladdin. That's right. I got no Jasmine. And I'm gonna be hung. Ooh, Alderaan. So just skip the first 20 minutes.
I'm like,
Alderaan. Yeah.
Oh, we see Alderaan. Oh,
Yeah, pretty good.
23. Just skip the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes of just boring garbage. Then
Yeah.
we see Alderaan.
Yeah.
Alderaan is like a place you actually kind of want to live.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to see. And I'm
Yeah.
like, they're dressing the princess. They're dressing the princess. They're dressing the princess.
Okay. It's not about saving Luke. It's about saving Leia. That's right. Sometimes you have to cater to the general audience. The normies. Not the woke ones. Just, sometimes you just gotta be like that. And I agree. To an extent. Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes you do need a few normies.
All right, you know what? In business, you have what's called the 80-20 rule. 80% of your business comes from about 20% of your customers.
Yeah.
Even with that said, I mean, there a lot of the merchandise is geared toward the hardcore fanboys, but there is that space. You don't make $2 billion just by appealing
To the normies.
fanboys. You gotta
To the fan. Oh.
keep them on a
Okay.
treadmill. And as there was this, I can't remember who it was. If you're not
There's a difference.
your
Okay.
business, if you're not growing, you're shrinking.
There's a difference between gatekeeping the SJW people who want to change it versus the people like me who, for Star Wars, I can 1000% admit I am more of a casual Star Wars fan than I am something
nerd.
like Star Trek. Star Trek, I really fucking like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Star Trek, I'm like, you're going to keep making Star Trek. I'm going to keep fucking talking about Star Trek. Star Wars, I can kind of, like the Star Wars stuff, I don't care about the cartoons. I don't care about the animated stuff. I don't care about the video games. I don't
the
care about
books,
tie-ins.
comics.
When you do like the movies and then the live action TV shows, that's when I can kind of come in and be like, okay. I still have a love for them. I still have a love for Star Wars. But this elitist attitude that I'm seeing floating around the internet, I'm seeing somebody that I get I don't want to get too much. Somebody is going around Twitter getting really triggered by quote unquote fake fans. That is not a way to keep these franchises at $1 billion. You still need to kind of keep the normies on your side.
Demon Leia for hell. I'm just like Picard's mother. I wonder if I'm gonna hang myself too. After watching this, haha. He doesn't go to the boss and say, you will pay him his fair wages. And it's like, why didn't he do it? Well, my thought was if he did, he might alert other people who are force sensitive. And, it's a force thing, I would imagine, but I don't know how the force works. But if anybody was listening to the force nearby, But then again, he's listening to the Force too, so he would know whether or not it's safe to do it or not, kind of thing. If a tree is falling in the forest, do you hear it and does it make a sound? If you don't hear it, it didn't make a sound. If you didn't hear it, if you use the Force, but nobody else is there to feel it, then is it safe to do so? I don't know. Can Darth Vader feel it? If he went to do it, if he did something as small as that, is Darth Vader gonna know? Is the Emperor gonna know that he did a little Jedi mind trick? I don't know. But I want to see Leia. Then you gotta make the Leia show.
Did they start doing?
What do they do?
Changing it immediately.
Ow.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah.
I know, that was stupid.
We need more girls to be into Star Wars.
We already were. Shut up, Kathy.
No, I will not shut up.
Ow.
Looking these cameras.
Ow.
That's because I weigh 300 pounds. Like, oh my god, I don't want to lift a camera. Can I do makeup or like wardrobe?
Okay.
No, you have to perform.
Can I do like
tedious
puppets? Can I like puppet a little Yoda? They're so cute.
Ow.
Well then, I don't want to be
nothing.
I don't want to be a producer.
I want the Yoda. I want the Yoda show.
Don't you know I have to go home to Frank and his 21
Oh my god.
every night?
Oh my god.
Don't you give me this one thing?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Mel Brooks, over the top, villain. Yeah. We can have a Jedi. I come near. Ow. I'm gonna cut off your head. Wait, you're in A New Hope. I guess I can't. Oh my god. Actually, Reva would have cut off Owen's head if she was so angry, so full of rage. She would have. The fact that she's holding it, I don't get it. Unless if, she's a little good and then she saves herself at the end by not killing Kenobi, and then Vader kills her in the last episode, episode 6 of Kenobi. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. Oh my god, this is where she's screaming, "Tell me where the Jedi are." Oh. And he doesn't break. But she should be screaming at Kenobi. Tell me what the Jedi is, or this man and his family dies. Why? You humanize your droids? Yeah. You know the difference between you and me, cuz? I don't die. I don't die when the planet blows up. You're right. You're right, Mega.
He gets drugs from her, and then this kid's like, "Hey, I can take you to a Jedi. There's a Jedi here.
I'm selling weed.
There's totally a Jedi here. It's really, really high.
Smoke weed every day.
Ow.
So sweet. So he gets chewed out by like Lashana Lynch here.
This would be a good time for wearing a mask, which I'm normally against. But when you're trying to disguise yourself, shave your beard, and then you'll look like what you look like in the prequels, or in Phantom Menace. Woo woo.
Something that they could have done in the dialogue is to give us an idea of what has happened, what has the Empire, Darth Vader, the Emperor been doing to the universe, the galaxy at this time,
Right.
And fill us in on this. But they just assume that we know, and that they're just the bad guys and everyone's afraid of them. There's no, I just want a little bit of history, an idea of where we're context.
Oh. There's an idea that Reva, what's her name? The black lady. That maybe she was reading Vader's mind and figured it out that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, good theory, and only a theory until they tell me. I agree. Kenobi should not be this broken. Should have been a film. I don't agree, not necessarily. It depends on how you want to do it and what you want to say. if you don't have enough to say, then it should be a movie. If you have a lot to say, if you can tell a really good story like The Walking Dead, like Breaking Bad, with Kenobi, then do it. Make it a show, make it a series. So far, not so good. Therefore, it would have been better, but they would have messed up the movie too. So it doesn't matter how little time they have or how much time they have with this, how much screen time they have for a show or a movie, they would still mess it up. So quality is quality regardless. And that's critical in the telling of a story. You can do better if you have more time. If you have a really good story, if you're able to tell the story in a very captivating way. Assuming that there are people who want to sit around to listen long enough. And assuming you have enough time to complete the story, too. With something like this, there are a lot of people who are interested in a longer form of a story. Make it compelling enough, and some people are going to go see it. You know, I was thinking I'd be more interested in a Han Solo series, because there's a lot you can do with Han Solo. Don't just make it a movie, make it a show, and show us what he does, because he is kind of like Indiana Jones. And he's running around, and Darth Vader is not going after him, so he has some flexibility in what he can do. He's talking about how Spock died in the movies to save them, and how he did it, and how moving it was. And that's how you tell a good story. And it was done really well. And I agree. The Need for Speed. Ahsoka should have been the female Jedi in the sequels. I agree. Med Good. Gene Foster. Execute Order 66. Here is a pretty good, valid point. Lando as Two-Face in 1989 Batman. Chris Gore, are you different now? Have you been changing? Good question.
So yeah, thank you for your super chat. But yeah, I'm very much I would say very much liberal on certain things, but then very conservative when it comes to other things. When it comes to upbringing of kids, when it comes to any issues related to kids, very conservative. Very.
Rage Against the Machine. Don't join it. It reminds me of what Kenobi said to Anakin. You're supposed to stop it, save the day, not join them. That's right. A lot of people deep inside, they have a little bit of common sense and stuff like that. Whether it's political or not, it is what it is. But a lot of times you don't know about it. You forget about it. Or they try to tell you otherwise. WatchMojo.com. 10 things you missed in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Huh. Yeah, it does look like she's able to use the Force at the age of 10, diving into her cousin, saying, "Oh, you're scared. You're scared of your father. I know. I dived into your head." Maybe she doesn't know that. Maybe she doesn't know what she's doing, but it does show her doing it, which is pretty good. Screen crush Easter eggs. Oh, there's R2-D2. That was the one thing I did miss. Out of all the Easter eggs, I don't know how much I care about some of them, but that was one I missed. There's R2-D2. So he was there. I wasn't totally sure, but apparently he's right there. Den of Nerds.
Weird. Like, Reva pushing the limits, figuring out where the Jedi is at, and they don't run after him?
Yeah.
Even after injuring him? Like, I just don't understand why they didn't go after him then.
Me
I also
either.
really don't understand why all of the Inquisitors, except for Reva, are trying to hold back, seemingly not injure people, and not kill Jedi. Like, it just feels like a really weird writing choice.
It's a lot worse than that. Den of Thieves. Den of whatever you are. What are you again? Hold on. I already forgot your name. What's your name? Den of Nerds, of course. You're giving them too much credit. I don't know why you're doing it. You're being so soft like a soul boy. You gotta be a little more hardcore. It's done on purpose. Some people will be like, oh, they don't know how to write. They don't know how to do things. They're being incompetent and stuff. Some people say that. And it may be partly true. But some of the people at the top are doing it on purpose. Some of the people at the top at Disney and everywhere else too. I mean, not everywhere. Maybe not everywhere, but in a lot of places. It's devastating. It's terrible. It's worse than you know. A whole lot worse than you know. So, you know, it's like we don't like to talk about it, so we kind of play it down. Blind Wave. Who is this? What is this? Who are you guys? It's the Blind Wave people. Oh, I should play the intro to let you know all about Blind Wave. Alright. Hit it, Johnny.
Hey guys, Crew of Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
Rick.
I'm Calvin. And Aaron. Oh, and this will be a day long remembered. It has.
Yeah, ow. Okay, that's right. I think I agree. Oh, PlayStation? Oh, okay. Owen didn't give up Kenobi. Because he's a good guy? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Sky Universe. Hello, Sky Man. Oh, what did I say? Sky Man. Sky Man Universe. Excuse me. What do you got? Ha! Yeah, funny, huh? Yeah. Skyman Universe. Oh, okay. Good intro.
Hello there again, welcome back to my channel. My name's Skyman Universe still.
Wait, you have a deep voice. Does that mean you're related to Thor when he took off his body? His clothes, I mean. In Twitter land. Oh my god. Okay. I'll give you 5 more seconds.
And your Star Wars quote for today. He trained his father.
Oh my god.
So like I said, this will be coming straight after the first episode there as well. We're doing it in this sort of new video format. Everything we've seen so far thusly has been perfect in my eyes. So the fact that Obi-Wan is now leaving on an adventure, he's actually leaving Tatooine. And the only thing that you could think of here, sure, he's gonna go and save Leia Organa. I think that's quite a brilliant storyline. But if Obi-Wan travels, that means he might travel to other places.
I don't know about that.
Else, and he might get a calling or something.
It's not The Mandalorian. I think you're confusing shows with other shows. Okay? Get your facts straight, man. Where you from? Ireland?
As well, surprisingly, seems to be covered in the first episode. So like I said, if that's gonna sort of give us a lot of surprises on the way, I'm all up for it and don't mind it at all. So yeah, I'm still. Goodness me.
You're a fanboy? I see. Oh, golly. Alright.
Magnets.
Oh no, magnets. Oh, a Soliton. A fake Jedi person. Kenobi found a fake guy pretending to be a Jedi. And he's like, hey, I know you're not really a Jedi. Oh my. I swear to God, Disney can copyright my video and not their video. It may happen. They may try to take down this video and say, sorry, you can't do it. They can do it because they got more followers than you do. They got more subscribers.
When something like that happens, like, it's just...
Okay, let me stop you right there.
She became Chancellor of the Republic, the New Republic, after Return of the Jedi. That's headcanon. I don't count.
Oh, you're talking about something from a book or something? About something that happens after Return of the Jedi? You're talking about Leia?
I don't know, it's maybe later on it won't be like that, but I feel like it's already amping up for everyone to, go on these crazy adventures, which is...
However, there's only, a few episodes, so it's not a lot to look at. Not a lot to look forward to. Alex B2 or B11, what do you got to say?
Hola a todos, chavales, soy Albiante y estoy aquí en un nuevo vídeo y esta vez...
Does that mean you're excited? Oh, okay. Hope you have a good time. What are the people saying? Spanish stuff. Okay. Next video. Omni media? Is that what it means? Like everything media? Is that what you are? Mia Omnia? Joey Arnold, Mia Omnia? Oh my. Are you happy?
Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
The first episode, I thought, set the tone of the show really well.
Oh, does that mean you like it? Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay. Let's find out. What else do you think?
Immediately, my thought went to Breaking Bad. Jesse!
The drug part. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, Leia, run away. What else?
Doesn't matter what I am. I just need to get the girl home. Go to these coordinates.
Hope this isn't like actually set up.
It's not, don't worry. It's not that clever. The writers were probably high when they wrote this.
We've seen people get stabbed, cut up, blown apart.
Right. Yep, okay. Yep. What is that? Cobra Kai? Ken Cole? Oh no, I'm getting distracted. Friday Night Tights? Okay, Tim. Who's Tim talking to? Brian Dean Wright. What does that say? What is the headline? Ex-federal agent investigated Buffalo tragedy. Okay. I see. Okay, next video. What is this? Aliska. What up? The chase is on. Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and to the second episode of Obi-Wan.
What about me? I've never been to your channel ever before. Huh? What do you say about me, huh? Alaska.
Last episode, it was basically laying the foundations for the rest of the series on how the Inquisitors, especially the third sister, are hunting Obi because she believes he's still out there.
What about Darth Vader? Don't you think he knows? He would know more than anybody else. Don't you think?
Everyone on this planet is going to be like a scam artist.
Scam artist, yeah, you saw that part?
To hide that saber more.
It's just, you seem kind of old and
Yeah, you old and beat up. Funny, huh? You like that? Okay.
Oh, what's she doing now?
Oh, does it matter? She's just gonna pretend to be Aladdin after killing Aladdin earlier in the episode. The Jedi guy looks just like Aladdin and he gets hunged, and then she just absorbed all his abilities to bounce off walls just like Aladdin, the Prince of Persia. Same kind of thing. Like, kill somebody, absorb their superpower, like the main villain in Mortal Kombat. You kill the fighter, and then you get their special abilities when you fight, and you have the ability to clone the other person to copy what the other person's doing and imitate all their moves. It's kind of like that. So she's like imitating Aladdin because he has nothing of her own to be. Yeah, there's Prince of Persia moment.
I'd like, hey.
I see dead people.
Oh,
What?
poor Obi.
Oh, you're just you just have a what do you call it? A boy crush on him. Okay. Let's go to the next video. Do I have another video? Okay. Here is Jeremy Johns. What do you got to say?
All right, it's here, the Star Wars story I've waited for
Ever?
life. But quick shout out first, this video is brought to you by AG1 by...
Oh, okay. Great. Should I leave that part in? I don't know. Let's skip ahead.
war known as the Clone Wars. I feel like more people would remember them. But the argument is the Empire was like, all right, they deleted information about Jedi, you know. They
Yeah, I don't know about that. Don't know. I don't know how I feel about some kind of theory like that.
dumped the change out of his helmet, put his helmet on, and went to work. Because...
Yeah, I don't know.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Yeah, except, you know, you want to talk about the cartoons, it kind of goes into Order 66 a little bit.
So I can't help but see it as just some sort of conflicting waste of time. There is an Order 66 scene. As much as I love me a good Order 66 scene, I feel like they kind of jumped the gun. They should have had the Order 66 flashback scene
Later on.
3, maybe 4.
Maybe.
It's been over
maybe.
15 years now since we last saw Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. The intro scene to this series should have been Obi-Wan Kenobi doing something. It should...
I agree. I agree. You can mix it up. You don't have to do it all in the first few minutes and then like move on. I mean, it's good in some ways to do it, but you know, it comes down to storytelling, and going back and forth is effective. It can be done in a very effective way where you go back and forth and have flashbacks and stuff, even though it's not really something you do in a Star Wars movie. I mean, in the original 3, you didn't do it. They didn't do it in the original 3 movies. But this is not a movie. Therefore, you know, it's a different genre. Therefore, you know, you could do it if you do it right. You could do it pretty well. And yet, they didn't do it. They sort of did it in Episode 8, The Last Jedi. I think there were some flashbacks, and that was pretty unheard of at that point until they did it.
It's doing exactly what I was afraid the series would do. Bigger is always better. You just gotta jam-pack it with a bunch of stuff, but what they took on was a very personal story of one man's tragedy. The tragedy of his life, his legacy, his friendship. I don't think you had to do this Leia got kidnapped side filler story.
Yeah, I agree.
Routine, and has remained so. I love it. Each scoop of AG1 is packed with probiotics and vitamins, which helps in your daily physical health routine as well as brain health. Just
I agree.
Having it in the morning personally helps me feel perfectly balanced.
Good. Yum. Are you drinking it? Are you drinking that? Okay. Pretty good, huh? You like it? Okay. Who else is talking about this stuff? New rock stars. Okay. 5 hours ago. This is not in English. Captain Popcorn. Not in English. Here's another person reacting. Okay. Okay. Let's look at new rock star. Alright, hit it, Rockstar. Spoilers? No duh.
traumatized. Like, I would need a moment.
You need a moment? I need a new life. I need a new face. What's this?
Now, you clicked on this video, you saw me and Tommy reacting. That's something we recorded after what we recorded now, but trust us.
Oh, you ruined it. Okay. You just ruined it. You ruined my life. Just kidding. NewRockstarMech.com. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Perhaps. I have no idea. What am I saying? I'm gonna fast forward.
It's for young Luke, who flees his farmer uncle just so he can. And I like that moment. Like, he snuck away from him, then jumped up on the side of the homestead. She's like, "What?"
Yeah. I'm pod racing.
He is a main player in 2 episodes of this show.
Big deal on the show.
Is that a joke? I don't get it. What else? I'm gonna skip ahead.
Or whatever the Jedi, believe in that regard. But I don't think he considers the possibility of him being alive. And I think with Vader, the anger, his pure hatred and anger, then blocks out his understanding that his children are alive at first, and his understanding that Obi-Wan is out there somewhere hiding. I mean, obviously he probably assumes Obi-Wan is alive,
right?
But
yeah, who said he didn't? No. So it's not like a ha-ha moment, like with when you found out that Luke, I am your father. Luke, he never told you what did he actually say? No, I am your father. Okay, so it's like that moment in Empire Strikes Back, that was crazy and that was awesome. But this moment's not the same kind of thing because it's like we already knew. And more than that, it's like Anakin, Darth Vader, he knew Kenobi was alive, and Kenobi, well, maybe he didn't know, but how did Reva, the black lady, know? And she tells him? How does he know? That's crazy. Santani, contain, cetane. What do you gotta say?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are celebrating my 100th video here on YouTube. And
wow, you're new. I see. You got 100. I got like 2,000. I got 2,000, and you only got like 100 videos, and you got like 30,000 more followers. Okay, good for you.
And we are starting it off with watching the very first episode of the brand new TV show called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, are you excited about that? Ooh.
Yes, master.
Oh. Ooh, it's like a horror film. Oh, it's a baby. It's a nightmare. It's the nightmare part. It's Leia and her toy CD player.
Ooh, a tri-wing. That's a new one.
Tri-wing. That's another Easter egg moment where she mentions random names from the original script George Lucas had. Something like that.
Do you remember anything?
No, I don't remember anything. Oh no, you left your shoe, Cinderella. Da 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 da. Okay, let's go on. Emergency, awesome. I know you. I've seen your video. Skyman, okay, saw that one already. Star Wars Flash. That is not in English. What closer? Let's go look at that. Tyrone. Let's go look at that. Alright, let's do it. Emergency, awesome. Ooh, a lot of cut, boom, boom, fight.
Everything that happened during the prequels, as well as what's happening in the future with Luke.
Skywalker in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And during Rebels. There's a lot that happens with their characters in the next couple of episodes. I'll wait till my episode 2 video to talk about what happens to him, because you know what happens to some of these characters. Like, some of them do show up much later in the timeline. So
yeah. So if he's dead, then how is he alive later on?
Someone else, his altruism wound up revealing him. Is that when he tells the other Jedi to go out into the sand and bury his lightsaber so that they won't find it, he literally has done that himself.
Yeah, he did it himself, and then Aladdin didn't do it. He didn't do it, so they kill Aladdin.
Actual Clone Wars, because we literally just got done experiencing those in the timeline of the movies. Even though this is meant to be 10 years later, it relies heavily upon what happened during Revenge of the Sith and the Clone.
That's right. Talking about Reva. Or Raven, whatever her name is.
Might wind up being the one to eventually kill her. It kind of reminded me of that funny scene from Rogue One where where Orson Krennic's character starts talking to Darth Vader, and Darth Vader tells him, be careful not to choke on your ambitions, as he literally force chokes the life out of him. Basically.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Is just as important as Luke Skywalker is. It's meant to be another reference to them both being A New Hope. Like, both of the two of them are twins, they have an equal chance of...
Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. You're not trying to be woke, trying to be like, oh, equality and stuff. Give me a break. People are different. People are different. Men can do things better than women. Women can do things that are better than men. And, you know, some people are taller, some people are shorter, some people are taller and stronger, and, you know, people are different, some people. So it's not exactly the same. We're not all exactly the same. What culture? I don't know. What culture? What happened to it?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to What Culture Star Wars. I'm Joe Johnston, What Culture's resident guy who looks a little bit like an out-of-shape Obi-Wan Kenobi, joined by Dan Durkin. Hello there. And it's 45 years to the day since Star Wars first appeared in theaters. And
yeah, a long time, huh? Okay.
It's just brutal, like seeing...
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, huh?
He's just there cutting his meat.
I was thinking, like, it's nice to see her as a kid there, and it looks like we're going to see a lot more of her in the series.
Okay.
Right. I think it was good. I really liked that it was quite slow.
You like slowness?
Jedi mind tricking you. It's like...
Give me a break.
Really
so
lovely
good.
feeling. Did the rooftop chase remind you of anything?
Yes. Yes. Prince of Persia. God damn it, I already told you that. I'll tell you that again. Okay. Right, what are you gonna say?
Not specifically, no.
What?
Well,
Prince of Persia. How could he not see Aladdin and Prince of Persia? Oh my god, do I have to spell it out? Okay, I'm just gonna skip it ahead. Okay, what else do you got?
Robot spider legs first.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that a reference to Darth Maul? Okay, next video, please. Tyrone, Magnus. What are you gonna tell me? Hook me up, brother. Cool. What are you gonna say, Vader?
You don't know the power
of what?
Reaction.
Of reactions, yeah. I'm looking at a reaction of a reaction of a reaction. Inception. A dream within a dream. A universe within a universe. A hope inside a hope that's gonna choke you up and drag you away. Oh my god. Okay.
Episodes. And they will be up on my Patreon and YouTube membership.
Oh, membership. Oh god. Okay.
What they are going to do, I am very interested now.
What is that? Are you being sarcastic?
We had a slow burn for the first 2 parts. But you don't start to harass the actors, the actresses.
Oh.
Online like this.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
And just because I love the entertainment so much that they've brought to me, I'm not going to blame them for ruining my childhood.
But what if they did? Okay. All right.
I liked how they introduced him and showed him for most of the movie. but it feels like they're trying to make someone menacing that isn't.
Yeah, I agree. We agree. Reva is the bestest ever. Bestest black woman hero who's able to find Leia, even though Darth Vader wasn't able to find Leia. So he failed, and even the Emperor couldn't figure it out. You would think they would know. I mean, the Emperor would have to know. I mean, the Emperor was pretty close to Padme and Anakin. You think he could sense two bodies inside of her? You think he didn't know that there were? I mean, I think he knew there were twins. So my take would always be like, he kept that. So the Emperor kept that secret from Vader, that Luke had a sister. I don't know if that's canon, but that's my memory of the situation. And therefore, he would be going after Leia because Vader didn't know about Leia. So it's like, if this black girl, Reva, knows about Leia, then does that mean Vader finds out about Leia? The answer would be no, according to the original trilogy, because he doesn't know until Return of the Jedi, when he reads Luke's mind and says, "Oh, you have a sister." Why would he say that if he already knew? Unless if he was just playing around and deep inside his head he was thinking, "Oh yeah, I already knew this, I just kind of forgot." I remember when one of the Inquisitors found Leia accidentally. Wow, she was so good, the bestest black woman Inquisitor ever, back in the day, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, long time ago. I don't know when it was from that point. But I remember, yeah, but I forgot. So I'm just going to say this to Luke to make him angry in Return of the Jedi. You could say maybe that's what happened, but I doubt it. I say Vader didn't know. If he didn't know, that means Reva knows, but then Reva keeps that from him somehow. How do you do that? Don't know. She must be really good with her brain at blocking Vader from going inside to figure it out. Okay. Let me continue.
Wait. We got some potential here. You got what I'm saying?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you say? Oh, I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at your shirt.
Post comments down below. Let me know.
Oh, yeah. I'll just make a video instead, okay? Happy with that? Moving on. The real rejects. Dirty Tommy. Dirty Tommy, why are you so dirty? Lego Bros. I'm gonna skip that one. Veto. Kenobi show is surprisingly good. Really? Okay, if you say so. Okay, let's do it. The real rejects.
What up, Reject Nation? Greg and John here with our friend Ace, our Star Wars expert. Literally, he's filming with us so late at night.
Oh, you could have filmed it later on, but okay.
When he has a Star Wars panel to do at Celebration, so thank you for being here, buddy. If you haven't watched our episode 1 reaction, that's up here on the channel.
Wow. Alright, so you're going to talk about episode 2 now, okay.
Looking for a Jedi.
Oh, I'm not a Jedi. I'm Aladdin number 2. So there's 2 Aladdins. They just another Indian from India.
Rusty he is, though. That's true. That's true.
Dun dun dun. Ooh, what a villain. Let's go ahead.
Oh, friggin' Vader.
Can you talk to him for us?
Yeah. But it's not a well-known thing. You're not supposed to know that. Like, that's supposed to be like a Luke, Obi-Wan kind of thing.
Yes.
In the inner circle.
Yeah. Yeah, how does anybody know that Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader?
Friends and family, we call that.
It's just a little club of people who know. Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, from my knowledge, I don't feel like that's supposed to. Anakin is dead. Like, he's dead to everyone in the galaxy.
Pretty much. The story goes, he died, and then the Emperor brings forth a new unknown figure, Mr. Lord Vader, as a person who's like, I don't know what position he is in the Emperor, in the Empire. I mean, obviously, but it wasn't introduced as, oh, this is Anakin Skywalker. As far as I know, that's what the lore is. That's what the canon was. So people are not supposed to know. So is it possible for Reva, the Black Lady, to know? Very unlikely. It would not be good if she knew. Vader would probably kill her. And maybe he does later on.
Male Nanjiani. Leia is a cute little girl. Little adorable little brat.
Precocious little one.
The most precocious thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
I want to hear the song, like, one way or another.
Good song.
A complete excision or thing of the past, and I feel like we meet Obi-Wan here in a position where he is kind of grappling with doing the same thing to Obi-Wan and just continuing on as Ben. And so I feel like that is a nice complementary internal struggle for both characters, because you know that, you know, there's going to be a flint spark when they both get back together, and you know that their reunion will probably, you know, is going to thrust Vader down that path of killing Anakin full.
Except, do they really interact before A New Hope? After Revenge of the Sith? Because that's what they're setting up, and I always thought that they wouldn't, because he basically said he didn't. I mean, I thought that's what it meant.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
With the chains.
Exactly. Just him
using the Force.
And then it'll end with him shaving his beard.
I feel like he would have to win. What's that? There's another line in A New Hope about the tremor, and it says a tremor in the Force.
Yeah,
something like that. And I think that's kind of what what that moment was. What we just saw.
Oh, I don't know. No. I don't know what I think about that.
To me, it's more than just a gap. I'm like, this is like specifically Obi-Wan the character, not the other surrounding stuff, but Obi-Wan the character. This is such an important chapter in his life of how did he keep faith in all this.
And I feel like that's what we're building up to already with episode 1, as far as the Qui-Gon stuff.
Please don't copyright the music. Fair use. Is this not in English? Oh no. Dirty Tommy. Not in English. I'm gonna skip it. Veto. Ladies and gentlemen, Fido. Nintendo. Good intro. Wow. Fido, professional idiot. Good.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I don't know,
it's time
man.
For it. It's time
How's
for
your
it.
dog cat doing?
It's time for Mud to leave me alone. My cat wants to go
Is it a
outside.
cat or a
Mud,
dog?
You're not going outside. Get out of here.
Is it a cat or a dog?
Stop showing your butthole to everybody.
Yeah, is it a cat or a dog?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, do we have to?
This is gonna be my quick and dirty Obi-Wan Kenobi review.
Hey, what about my review of your review? It's over 2 hours long. Oh my god. This video is over 2 hours long. It's my reaction of your reaction. Oh my god. You're thinking, why are you doing it? Don't ask me. No more questions. Back to the video. Okay, skipping ahead.
Almost like a movie.
Almost like a movie, yeah.
Like me, go, well, as long as it's a good actor or actress, I don't care who's playing the role. That being said, fantastic.
What?
This looks so much better than everything Robert Rodriguez directed for Book of Boba Fett. I forgot how good Star Wars could look, especially.
Yeah,
I loved seeing Jimmy Schmitz back as Bali Organa. Acting from McGregor. So do I recommend this show? It's a good start. The supporting characters are bad. But as we know, okay, hopefully these terribly acted bad guys are going to fall by the wayside. Because as we all know, we will end up seeing the return of Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. We're going to get a showdown. One thing I'd say, this...
No, don't even say it. Don't even say it. It's like, what? Are they really supposed to be fighting each other? Okay, who's live right now? Nader, Mary Mayhem, Tim, Viva, Neurotic, Overload. That's about it. Thoughts on Kenobi. Maybe I should go look at that for a second. Except it's live, so it's like never ending. I would be looking at Friday Night Tights, but I feel like I like it so much that I don't want to watch it right now. I want to enjoy it. That's how much I like it. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Oh. Anybody else? Trump talking. Probably not gonna watch that because I don't care. Unless if he did something that could really, really help people. And he did help some people sometimes in the past, but currently right now, I don't know. I mean, he does have a website, Truth Social. Trump is doing a little bit good. I think he could do better, but he's not, so... I like Elon Musk too, and I know there's some problems, but... Drunk 3PO. Okay. For some reason, I didn't see this video. Let me look at that video. I'm gonna go look at Drunk 3PO. This is 43 minutes. Drunk 3PO.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel.
What up?
Today we're gonna talk Kenobi, episode 1. Credits hit, or the opening montage. Excuse me, credits. The Grand Inquisitor and others are a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Same toy that you can see in A New Hope, where Luke is like flying it around. So now, tree.
I think you misgendered that alien, by the way.
Yeah.
2. Kill him. I'm taking the Vader or whatever. And then the other Inquisitors show up and they're like, "You kidnapped a senator's child? And you take Obi-Wan, and I'm gonna get the credit because you don't follow orders." And Reva's like,
I'm gonna stab you.
Ugh, you're dead.
Yeah.
So the Grand Inquisitor is now dead.
Except he shows up in Rebels 5 years later. I want to see if it's a different guy. Or what have you. Oh, look, it's Darth Vader in the water. Healing his body.
Rebels ringing a bell?
Rebels is ringing a bell, and so everybody's saying, well, there's no way the Grand Inquisitor's dead. Okay, well, Disney, I'm really tired of the gotchas. He's dead. No, he's not. Just kidding. He's back. So let's cool it on that. Secondly, we see them in the trailer walking together at some point. So what happens? Do they kiss and make up after this? Like, oh, you stabbed me through my tummy. I guess you're super evil. We'll be friends, though. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
And that,
no idea.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw that, I was like, come on, man. It's just, it's the same thing when they try to kill off Chewie in The Rise of Skywalker, and you're like, number one, if you kill off Chewie, you will have people with torches and
doing jumping jacks on the wall, running down like
Prince of Persia. Yeah. Anakin wasn't doing that.
Definitely, Reva is definitely the star. She had more screen time.
More screen time? Wow.
Did she?
I believe so.
Probably.
I'm going to count that with a stopwatch because
probably.
I'm sure there'll be people out there. This is where Leia, she sees this. This is on like every screen in the city.
Yeah.
And they're like, capture this guy. And
how
that's
did we
when
not get us so uncivilized from Kenobi when he's shooting at the bounty hunters? Missed
Yeah,
opportunity.
I agree.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
people
my God,
die.
They chopped Darth Maul in 2.
And they come
threw
back.
him down a fucking air shaft.
They come back.
And he survived that somehow. How? Bad writing, I think. But the thing is, if Darth Maul can be chopped in 2, then the Grand Inquisitor can come back. Now, a lot of you have pointed out, quite correctly, that the Grand Inquisitor is in Star Wars Rebels, which takes place, I think, 5 years after this or something.
True.
So yeah, it doesn't seem likely that he would be killed. But well, hey, one never knows. Now, if he is actually killed, this might be a signal that the timeline has changed now. This might be a signal that the timeline has changed because
of what?
We've been talking about how they're going to erase the Disney sequel trilogy, but this was basically Dave Filoni's idea. And that was Dave Filoni's plan, but I don't think that Favreau and Filoni had anything to do with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Am I wrong?
I don't know, but one thing I wonder, out of all my thoughts on Kenobi for the moment, is if they are trying to change the timeline, how would they do it? Would they do something from Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon, one of the episodes? It's called The World. What was it called? The World Between Worlds. And it's like the star level in Mario World, where you can warp to the different worlds. There's a place where you can go in Star Wars where you can jump the timeline and go to different points in the timeline, like time travel. And that is one way to mess with the timeline. They don't have a magic car or a booth, a telephone booth that can travel through time. They have some kind of magical place like a star road that's out in the middle of nowhere, like in darkness, like in space, and with these windows. And what would trigger a change in the timeline? Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna how is it gonna happen? If it were to happen, that's what I want to know.